Not counting. It'll be cool.
Okay, we are live on YouTube, so remember the mic is very sensitive. How we doing, John?
I have.
Not yet.
All right,
But,
I'm waiting.
Team shared their shit together and now it's.
Must have fallen.
I don't know. But I would be like, I don't care.
No, she.
Not my issue.
Just gonna call you.
And the kids will fall.
No, you're all right.
Yeah.
They just didn't see you.
No, we got 3 minutes. We can't.
I just didn't see you.
Lisa.
Yeah, is it on? Sweet, thank you.
But again, that's not gonna be my issue, so. Did what I need to do. Put in my time.
Right.
I was thinking this was a close, you know, I guess probably because it was special, so special meeting, I think they're closed just generally in my head.
I haven't dressed really warm.
That we say, we don't.
Your.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. I know it's great. I wear that all the time when I was leaving. Oh, why there's no millions. Like then, it's not good at church. I had.
Yeah.
That's been helpful.
But it was, I remember. It's got a little bit. It's not gonna speak like this, but it almost. Like,
Yeah.
in the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's.
I bought 3 pair of because these are but they're big fur, fur line, and they're so warm.
Well,
Now I'm like, I think I'll wear outside.
but the hospital.
Got my hands on separately.
No, I wrote that the other day. Yes. Well, she never does.
I rarely do.
Oh,
So the.
oh, that's where.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody told me earlier today that all schools, both for, have already cleaned it out. It's very strange, except for Barron.
Oh, really?
I got
that ready?
yesterday.
Really, really cold.
Keep in mind.
Friday came on.
So.
Came on.
There was something written.
Yes, there it is. So, you're absolutely some slow. There it is.
Airplane part of it.
So Sunday.
All right. It is 7 o'clock. This time I'm going to call the special board meeting for Monday, January 19th, 2026 to order. I'm looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Corey, seconded by Katie. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Resolution passes. On to comments from the public.
Yes, I'd like to address the board and the administration.
If you could please come up here.
Thank you.
And
So many of you know me. I'm Steve Young. I was on the school board at one time. And I noticed the referendum 2026 discussion and decision making was coming up. But I guess I'd like to talk about the playground. It wasn't a referendum. But village taxpayers are paying for it. I assume the project's done. I don't know if it is or not. I know there's $660,000 allocated for this project. 5% interest loan. And I would just like to know as a taxpayer if the project was on target, was it over budget, was it under budget? And if it was under budget, did it go to pay back that $660,000 loan? Okay? So I want to talk about referendums now that we voted on last year as taxpayers. So the first referendum was for the roof, which I believe is completed, $770,000 allocated for that project. Was that project on budget, under budget, or over budget? And if it was under budget, where did that money go to? Did it pay down the referendum for that specific topic? Because when I was on the village board, and there's discussion about the playground and do we go forward with it or don't we? I was told when I was a village board member that that money could only be used for the playground budget. So if that's the case, and we had money that wasn't spent on the roof, did that go to pay down that referendum? And I think the taxpayers that are looking at these referendums and this next referendum coming up, we as taxpayers, I think, should be able to know that information. The boilers, and I don't know if they're done yet or not, but once again, that was a $700,000 referendum. I know personally that that bid was $605,000 initially, because I worked with the contractors on that. So if and when that project's done, are we gonna be over budget, on budget, or under budget? And if we're under budget, is that remaining money going to pay down on that referendum for the boilers? So I just like to see some transparency as a taxpayer of where my money's going to when we have referendums with this school district. So that's all I have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Steve. No. Um. So in regards to the comments expressed, it's not necessarily on the agenda for tonight. We can put that on the next meeting's agenda, but also as far as just in general, I will state the playground for the most part has been completed. There's just a couple of things we were waiting on as far as possible drainage issues. And we should know for sure by spring. And yes, it did come in under budget. Some of the other projects, including the roof and boilers, they're still out to get accomplished. But currently we are hoping those will be under budget as well. And yes, there has been discussion as to not utilizing all those funds or paying back what would be the remainder. But there'll be, we've brought those things up at some meetings, but we'll make sure to make a point of it again in the future.
Okay, I think it should be published in the paper, so there's no issue with transparency, so that people that don't come to the board meetings or attend online can see it black and white print.
All right, we'll take it into consideration, most definitely, Steve. Thank you. There's no other public comment at this time. We'll move on to the next referendum. So we discussed this during the last meeting, and at this point, I want to know if rest of the board has any other input, questions, or anything along those lines, and what numbers we're thinking of.
I guess the numbers we were looking at were the 1.4, 1.6, and 1.8. I think that we had talked about 1.4 would maybe buy us a year. I've expressed my concern that we're in a never-ending reoccurring referendum cycle that I don't like and I don't feel comfortable with. But I feel like we're at a point where we need the public's voice and we need to respond appropriately to the public voice. And the only way that I feel that we're gonna get that an accurate thing is if we hear our electors out and respond to them in whatever the majority of them choose. So that is the reason that I'm in support of the resolution for a referendum. I personally haven't decided yet if I even support a referendum. But in this way, we give a voice to our public.
We need to make a motion that we're gonna go for referendum in April.
And yes, we're looking for a motion for what dollar amount we're gonna put.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what we end up.
Okay, so we're not just doing, yes, we're going to referendum, we're going to referendum for X amount of dollars.
Correct.
Okay.
And looking at these numbers, as was said in the last meeting, we're projected at a 1.5 million deficit for next year, with making 0 changes to the way the school currently is, or the schools currently are. And I think we all can agree that there are some changes that need to be made, and should be made regardless. But with that 1.4, even with those changes, yes, it would only get us about a year through. And that's only if things fall within the predicted amounts that have been given to us thus far. If we were to go for the 1.8, we could make improvements. We could shore up our fund balance and have a stronger position if we were to say look at consolidating or something along those lines in the future, or if we just wanted to provide a better future for the school and the students that attend it. And I think that's where it's at. So we need to decide, are we going for the 1.4 or are we going for the 1.8?
I'm gonna make a motion that we go forward with a referendum for 1.8 million.
Second.
Now,
I don't see the dollar amount making a big difference to the public. They're either gonna vote for a referendum or they're not. I don't see 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 as making any difference, so I guess I would support the 1.8.
as I said in the last meeting, and I just want it to be clear to all the tax-paying public that we are not the only school that is looking at a referendum or has done a referendum in recent years. And to keep in mind, even if the school were to end up closing its doors, which would not be a quick process, we would be potentially looking at taking on the tax burden of other districts that we would be absorbed into or consolidate with. And at least hopefully this way we can get some input from the public and decide how much they're willing to help, if they're willing to help. And they can have a say as to what that tax burden is going to be. So the first question I'm putting forth from the motion that's put forth is, are we going to put on the ballot or a decision for a referendum of $1.8 million? Yes, I'm restating it.
We need to make sure this is staying operational funds.
Yes,
Operational referendum, not to be confused with last year's referendum for
right. This is an operational.
infrastructure.
This is not a capital infrastructure. This is not going to the building. This is going,
Operation, keep us open,
Yep.
keep our students here.
keep our staff paid, keep our school well staffed as much as possible. Yeah. Keep as many programs available to our students, not increase them as much as possible. So that's the first question being put forth. All those in favor, actually, let's do a roll call vote. I was gonna do that second.
Yeah, oh, yeah. So once you determine amount, we read the ballot language.
Well, I was gonna vote on the amount and then do the vote for the ballot language.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're good.
it's just better to separate out. So could we get a roll call vote on the approval of the 1.8 to be put as a referendum?
So we're just saying yes or no, how we vote on that.
Right,
Polly,
Yes,
Corey, yes, Katie,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
Tom,
yes.
Amy,
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Okay, now. The next part is the ballot, the language that will appear on the ballot. The question will be, I'm putting forth that shall the school district of Siren, Burnett County, Wisconsin be authorized to exceed the revenue limits specified in section 121.91 Wisconsin statutes by 1.8 million per year for 3 years, beginning with the 2026-2027 school year and ending with the 2028-2029 school year, for non-recurring purposes consisting of operational expenses, including to maintain educational and elective programming at the high school.
Does it need to say
Should it,
middle school, elementary, like all schools?
Well, you tell us, because what we were talking about the other night is I thought, and we just put this out to our council.
Mhm.
What do you guys want that to say?
I think it needs to say all the schools, because otherwise that looks like we're only funneling 1.8 million to the high school, and that would be
So,
amazing,
like-
but crazy
like
on
to
the
read,
I think we
Elective
should-
programming at the Siren schools.
school
Yeah.
district, Siren schools.
For non-recurring purposes consisting of operational expenses, including
Yep.
To maintain educational and elective programming at the Siren schools.
It's just not high school, not
Sorry,
single,
sorry.
we don't want to single into
Yeah,
one,
that's
because
right.
it needs to go to all three.
Correct,
Thank you.
because
Strange
this
that it
will
would
all
even
affect, it'll
exist
affect
that.
all. Yeah. So,
So you made the motion or you need a motion to approve that?
well, first we need a motion. I made the motion and it needs to be seconded.
I'll second it.
Okay, I made the motion. Katie seconds. Now, a friendly amendment to have it changed from just high school to Siren School Districts or Siren Schools.
Or if
Yeah,
they want to
I
lift
will.
out elementary, middle school, high school, I mean, either way. It just needs to make sure all three.
But we have to be specific.
Right, so just do schools, or we want to do elementary, middle school, high school.
I think Siren Schools.
Okay.
Do you don't want district on it?
Siren School District or Siren School?
What
Siren
that's
School
School.
district on the top.
Siren School.
Yeah, I say Siren Schools.
you.
All right, yes, I continue to second that.
Okay. So with that friendly amendment, we have this language put forth for the ballot. Yet again, I'm requesting a roll call vote for this. Corey, please take the roll.
Polly? Corey, yes. Katie?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes,
Amy?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
all right, it has been passed. And I look forward to seeing what the voters are gonna tell us. And
In April.
hopefully we can go from there. This time I'm looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Kelly, seconded by Jamie. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Okay, now next Monday. Maybe we can go fast, because I got a basketball.
Insurance for the diaries. Is that when you said let you know before February law? Is that, would that be a meeting or are you talking about reading it individually? And I've had two other people ask me that today.
I just wanted to get the information back because I thought they were gonna negotiate individually with the.
I have no idea what it is. I'm not interested in.
I just wanna know who's interested,
Okay.
but at time that the one we did
So if they're
before.
not interested, you don't need to hear from them, but what you were talking about where it's not a new meeting.
No, I was told by the board records, so now to see who would be interested.
Yep, that's what I thought.
And I thought, I'm sorry to make that clear.